actions that Louisville runs where they can try to take advantage of who they consider weaker defenders. It's not just Hurt they want to go after.
Goldwire to Williams and a chance for three.
At noon tomorrow in the day games, of course, Jay Billis and Dan Schulman will have the night sessions as well throughout the tournament, and should be a great run. Really looking forward to just sitting back and being a fan.
It's going to be fun. I believe we're going to have a fun week in Greensboro, and going to be interesting to see who walks away with the championship.
Here, Mike Young, great job at Virginia Tech. COVID issues, fought his way through it. And did a heck of a job.
It's terrific talents. There's just no limit. There's a steal by Tapé, who's just come in for Williams.
Yeah, it's a different way to construct a basketball game. Most teams are going more for threes. And that's why, you know, Garrison Brooks, when he arrived at North Carolina as a freshman from Alabama, he was prepared to play right away. And really nice backdoor play. Issues for that team. But now both teams starting to throw the ball all over the place.
Wendell Moore out to Goldwire, back to Moore for the bucket. Quiet night on Tuesday. 3 games there, and that gets him down to 12 for the second round on Wednesday. That is all assuming, we should just mention this once, that Virginia Tech is there. The Hokies have been off a couple of games canceled. Regular season championship. They were the one, obviously, Florida State, the 2, Virginia Tech, the 3, and Georgia Tech, the 4. If you haven't seen Georgia Tech, they're feisty. They got a real spirit about them. And
hey, throw strikes. Like, yeah, I'm trying to throw it off the backstop.
We refer to that as video game coaching. Pick up the ball, get a rebound, shoot it. Like, thanks.
Hit that shot. Yes. Thank you, Coachy McCoacherson. There's Goldwire on the lob, and for the second time.
The button chops, sideburns. I mean, the whole thing just works. But there's all sorts of sincerity in that. And I think that's what was fun about it. Really, who's in position, sliding his feet, not using his arms. Is there such a thing as smallism?
Blue Devils, we head toward the 4-minute mark of the first half. Brakefield gets his man in the air and a chance for a three-point play. I believe has 10 on the night. Here's Wright. Moses misses at point-blank range. Duke doing a good job contesting Wright when he gets close to the bucket. Moore feeling it and knocks in the 3. We are better than Duke, and having the opportunity to prove it. He's a guy from Raleigh. We've documented his story over the couple of games we've had with Georgia Tech this year. Swam, played tennis, excellent athlete, and over the top tomorrow.
Redo?
Bubbles
Call it do-over?
Goldwire. 1 assist away from a career high tonight. Tried to get it to Matt Hurt. Had it knocked away. Goldwire with 6 assists so far. A bit of a homecoming for him. That might be number 7. And there's the bucket from Williams. Bubba Parham for 3. Way too long. Blue Devils will have the chance to cut into the lead, perhaps with a 3, make it a 1-possession game. Almost to travel. Baker's in there, and that's why.
And look at the Louisville starting 5 here tonight. Led by Jones, Johnson, Williamson, Withers, and Malik Williams. They've been getting him back. Inside for Williams to drop in 2, the 6'11 senior. This is 2nd game back this season. He missed the first 15 games after foot surgery, a broken bone in his right foot. They get tremendous leadership out of him.
And it shows you how difficult a defense he is out on their perimeter. 6'9", his footwork much better.
Gets rid of that shot so quickly.
Yeah.
Brakefield, a freshman, now in the game for Coach K. And another corner.
He is really tough on the block. I thought he could have carried that further. He settled into a post-up, and what a tough shot, falling back a little bit.
Off the window. Hurt thought about it. He's going to fire it up anyway. Can't connect. Williams the open shooter, and that'll wrap 65 at the young center back in January. The reverse won't fall that time for Williamson.
And a nice play by Hurt from behind.
Duke with the opportunity to tie up the ball game. And
well, when they play 7 men, Braswell's in there. Good defensive player. Buddy Boeheim, who has shot well during this 3-game winning streak, missed that one. Williams, the catch at the rim. Well past time indeed. Strong words from Coach K. Tara Lawson, the new women's coach, are also part of that rally back in August. Now with
an off-Broadway setting, and he's really made a big improvement.
freshman Kadari Richmond missed the fadeaway. Williams runs the floor and dunks it. He's 6'10", well over 200 pounds.
Griffin needed that shot to go. Duke was switching 1 through 4.
It's an interesting, dangerous team. Got a terrific backcourt. DeVoe had 29 points today. Florida State won at Pitt 79-72. Hurt from the corner, knocks it down. And then I called Jim Les and I said, listen, give it to me straight. Do you have a chance to get him? And Jim said, I don't think so. And Tony's
get to a Final Four with this team. He was outstanding.
Shot clock running down. Hauser turns it over. Here comes Goldwire. Duke's got numbers. Stewart for 3. Count it.
30% from 3. 14 made threes coming into this game. I think he's hit 2 of them in this game, and both big.
15 points, 3 steals tonight for Kihei Clark.
He's just been excellent.
Hurt. And he knocks it
ahead of North Carolina. And obviously, particularly for the players. The first game in Duke program history, Wake Forest got the win 24-10. Go back to March 2nd, 1906. That game actually played in Wake Forest, not Winston-Salem. Mark Williams.
You know, about his staff, John Shire, and the job that those guys do. Nate James, and in particular Nate James, the job that he's done with Mark Williams, his improvement. To be pleased with the defensive effort. Again, this is a Wake Forest team that took arguably one of the better defensive teams in Florida State to overtime, and tonight, really start to finish, they did a nice job controlling the pace and tempo of this game.
There's a great example of it, and it leads.
Whether it be at Hargrave, whether UNC Wilmington or NC State, there's never a time where he started 3 forwards, or 2 forwards at his center. But that's what he's having to do right now, just to have his best players on the floor, because they have so many injuries and lack of experience. Finished there by Manny Bates. Manny Bates, heard you talking about Mark Williams blocking his shot, and we've got 2 shot blockers in this game today. Manny Bates challenging Mark Williams at the rim. I tell you, it's very rare that you see, outside of University of North Carolina, you see any teams playing 2 bigs. That's a question, which is an easy answer. You should know this. Who was the one player that interrupted that streak for the Blue Devils?
National radio broadcast for Duke, North Carolina. And in one of the display cabinets, there was a pair of shoes, whether they were Bobby Hurley's or Grant Hill's. I don't know. They look like grass cutters, man. They were these.
Hit some threes, got a couple of layups. It got an 8-0 run working, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, they're testing your principles. As the ball dribbles away, help drops. And when help drops, the guard just follows the basketball, at least follows up to where he can catch a pass.
How about Mark Williams?
You, and then you have the room to make the pass.
Oh, Words has his shot blocked by Williams, and here come the Blue Devils. Shot on the way from the corner. Gets in the last few trips as Duke now down by 3 and with the ball. And John, we talked about how this was going to be a quick game because of the way Notre Dame plays, but it's got so much scoring and so much back and forth. It calls to mind a Notre Dame game that I saw 8 years ago today from the baseline. As
Baycott winds up missing the free throw. He gets the ball back. And the whole point of having a smaller lineup is to be quicker to the ball, be able to spread the floor.
Mark Williams and Matthew Hurt both on the bench right now out of the timeout. Henry Coleman gave him a spark off the bench, is out there. Johnson also playing in the front court right now as Baker knocks down his
a couple of times, but they haven't been run-out turnovers. You know, they've been, he had that last one where he walked trying to get it into Baycott. But at least you get to play 5-on-5 on the other end with the turnover that gets out of bounds.
Baker getting some big minutes tonight for Duke. And Johnson with a rebound on the miss. And Moore thought about it, puts it on the deck. Good closeout there by Sharp. Johnson spins, banks, and hits.
Yeah, Duke's really going to have to spread the floor now. Spread and drive. Try to force help and then play drive and kick basketball. You'll have an open post because there's nobody in there to post.
Goldwire, good cut, and the slam by Johnson to tie it. Fan like nobody's business.
Yeah, Jordan Goldwire's #1 in the ACC in steals.
And a great cut.
Nope. Might have grazed the left leg of Goldwire on the way by. Tough to tell. Stewart replaces Goldwire beyond the arc. A big three.
Dealing with, and Jalen Johnson, as athletic as they get in college basketball, we're going to be seeing that one. We're going to be seeing that one a lot today. When you check SportsCenter top 10, it may be one of the plays of the week.
And I'll tell you what, that's just another illustration that that foot injury is a thing of the past for Jalen Johnson. Lob over the top for Williams.
His motor, so he checks so many different boxes. I don't really see him as a point guard at the next level, more as like that Swiss forward that you see in today's game.
Nice drive and finish for Clyde Trapp.
And that's where I honestly believe that Clemson needs more production from. And Clyde Trapp, who has battled injuries, and, you know, Brad Brownell raves about how he is as a teammate. And then I love Clyde Trapp as a person. But he is better than his numbers are right now. And as a senior, I believe they need more.
And you've got to figure before this is over, Corey, while they're on the outside looking into the NCAA tournament right now, a win here today.
Hill, you know, of course, Wilt Chamberlain. But, you know, when you talk Philly basketball, you're talking about John Chaney in the first, few sentences when you speak about the names of the people who have had such an impact on that area. And, of course, Philly has been second to none when it comes to talent and basketball talent that they put out into the world.
And again, it took him forever to get a Division I head coaching job, despite having won a Division II national championship at a historically black college, Chaney State, outside of Philadelphia.
0-4 in his career against Duke, but off to a 4-2 lead, and it's tipped.
Just over 17 points per game, knocks down his first three of the night. Shooting 43% from out there. He's a guy, John, who's just developed and improved, and real tough, hard-nosed competitor. How about the feet inside?
And you go back to when the season really starts. Well, the off-season conditioning may start in June. Even before that, they didn't really get that time. And I think you're seeing them suffering, and not just in the play on the floor. It's that's created by the experienced team. It's got a good flow to it. It's up and down, and it's a young team in Duke that once they find some open shots, they'll develop a better confidence.
Couple of late open shots, one of them for Stewart against
he was ready to take that jump outside of the restricted area. One of those we'll call more experienced players that you got to lean on. And the young guys have to fall in line.
Average minutes.
Program win for Georgia Tech and Josh Pastner.
Tech has its first lead since they were up 25-23, a one-point edge. Jalen Johnson.
Johnson leaning in, rejected by J.J. Traynor. Hurt for three. Boy, that's got to hurt if you're Louisville. You get a block.
One of my guys, Jeremy Roach, is definitely one of my guys, but he has his hands full tonight having to deal with Jalen Cone. I'm not sure that Jalen Cone gets the level of credit that he should receive from
26 points this week. Cone trying to shred the D, flips it up, bit of a wild play, and the Blue Devils come away with the basketball, trying to turn that into two, tiptoeing.
Brakefield And we mentioned earlier, Henry Coleman is not on the trip. As well as Chris Carrawell, as DJ Stewart gets out, it's Mike Young. And I'm sure that's something that he spoke to his team about. And there's a play where Bradford just has to keep that. There's no reason to give that basketball up. Continue to attack the rim.
The other end by Aluma, the 6'9" junior. They need a lot of him, Corey, down the stretch here for the Hokies.
They really do. Only 6 points for Aluma, who averaged 15.5 a game. But right now we're starting to see that matchup between the two big guns from both these teams this season.
Pull-up pop will not drop. One more heave at the buzzer. That will count.
And ready to go against Wake Forest. Off we go from Cameron Indoor. Matthew Hurt gets the first touch and the first.
This is a guy who can play from a number of different spots. He's better when he's inside the arc, and you get a look at the Duke starting lineup. They've had a lot of changes over their game so far, too.
Hurt cans a three apiece so far as Neath spun away from Goldwire, who hauls down the rebound.
That's the definition of a tough shot right there. And that's the definition of an easy. Forrest does a great job on the defensive boards, but Duke is already doing a great job on the
ESPN app.
You got to be careful about having people like me on the show. You want to keep the ratings up.
Oh, there's the finish.
Is going to see a heavy dose of double teams anytime he touches the ball against Boston College tonight.
Left open for three. Wendell Moore banks it in. One of the rare misses tonight for Boston College. Still a 14-point lead for the Eagles. Step back three. It's good. Matthew Hurt. Boston College's lead was once 16. A chance to get it to single digits right before halftime. Left open for three. It's good from deep three to fire the Eagles back in front.
He is so shifty, so tough off the bounce. That time high screen. The help is not there for Duke, and that's a tough jumper and to give Boston College the lead.
Joey Baker answers. Heath on the drive, lost the handle again. Goldwire picks it up. Duke in transition. Blue Devils back in.
He's just a coach's player. Dad coached him a little bit when he's a young kid. Dad now the head coach in Capitol. As I said earlier, played for Dayton, played for a great coach, Don Donaher, down there. Was a solid all-around player.
Goodwin's first basket. He averages about 13 a game. Joey Baker picked up his dribble. Shot clock down to 7. Goldwire tries to break down Jogo. He picks up his dribble as well, but finds it.
Standing at the Final Four, wow.
So Jawan Durham completes the three-point play, and that cuts the lead down to 6.
Going a little half-court trap. Rotate back into the zone out of the trap. A little token pressure. 8 different players have scored for Duke, which is big, obviously. They 50% of their threes.
Notre Dame making 7 of their last 9 has cut what was once an 11-point Duke lead down to 6. But it extends.
Drop step to the baseline side by Coburn, just a sophomore. He was in foul trouble against Baylor and was not on the floor as much as he needed to be. He's got to avoid those fouls in this game.
I'm only going to use mountain of a man 3 times tonight, Jay.
The over-under was 5.
Hurt here. Jumper is good. And Michigan State number 18, Virginia. That's at 9:15. How's it? Capello.
Well, coming into the game, Hurt and Brakefield were 14 of 24 from 3 for 58%, but the rest of the team only 20.
Hit those 3 threes early that really helped set the tone, and he's been quiet since. Inside Hurt with a throw.
Penn and Thielen, 5 on the floor for Bellarmine. Hurt, quick trigger. Rattles it through. Matthew Hurt, his first three-pointer. Penn.
Left that one short.
Right idea. Got close to the basket. Oh, wow.
Wow. Transition triple Hurts. 4-3. No look pass to Bradshaw. Again, no look pass this time to Vault. Blocked away by Hurt. Duke the lead of 16 and the ball.
Stout defense on that possession by Duke.
Roach, walled off. Breakfield had a clean look. Hurt clears himself. Bottom of the well. Too easy.
This guy is fun to for the feathery finish at the top.
There you go. First bucket of the game, Jalen Johnson.
Mike Krzyzewski has been very successful mining the fertile basketball grounds of Chicago, Illinois. DJ Stewart is the latest and greatest.
Finally, something goes in deep for Jalen Johnson. That's deep three.
He tried one of those earlier. It looks like he can make it, but has not had success tonight with the deep three.
Stewart, ball up high from Chicago's Whitney Young High School, the Dolphins. Smartest animal in the sea. Same high school as Michelle Obama.
I thought that sounded familiar.
Here's Coleman. Stronger than 10 rows of onions. Look at that guy.
Final fours like Michigan State has.
Well, as we said, the last 22 years, 8 Final Fours for Michigan State, the most in the country.
Remarkable. Just remarkable.
Oh, Hurt. Banks.
The Eagles shooting it well out of the gate. 47% of their shots last year were threes, and in their wins, they hit 34% of those. Hit only 25%, and the losses is Hurt. Comes up short. And a first look at DJ Stewart. Coach Nate James saying that Stewart just a guy that is so fun to be around, works hard, does everything the staff asks of him. The look up top.
Great pass.
I think no crowds in the stands, or at least limited crowds. That is going to be a huge equalizer, Will, this year in college basketball, particularly younger kids. Goldwire to initiate that possession. Nice look down low.
Fine.
Stewart with the